Hello everyone, Lando here with another episode of the Poker Media Australia podcast. Back in Melbourne, in COVID-toria, but that doesn't mean we're going to be not going anywhere anytime soon because there's still plenty of poker action to come your way from up north. And to help us talk about that today, we're joined by a very special guest from LCA Poker, commentator maestro, Corey Van Yarsveld. Corey, thank you so much for coming on.
It's my pleasure, Lando. Thanks for having me. It's a blast.
Now, Corey, as you are fully aware, it was a huge poker party up on the Gold Coast. How was your experience up there?
Oh, I mean, it was just poker. It's been like that the last couple of months, I think. But the Gold Coast, it's sort of something of a main event of all the events leading up to that with the WPT Deep Stacks. That main event with close to 250,000 up top for the main event there. The excitement, the action, it was all there. I don't want to talk too much about my run in the main event because it came to quite a painful end, busting it just about 10 spots off of the money. So pretty painful, but it happens. It's poker. We take them and we move on. Then not long after that, we had the QPC event as well, the WPT League QPC run by Mitch. And a huge week. I still had a lot of the guys from Melbourne, a lot of the people that had travelled, made the trip over to the QPC event as well. There was the Alpha 3 event, the $3,000 buy-in, and that was a fun one to hang around, seeing some of the big names, the stars, some of the crushers, all the young online guys that had just come out and made an appearance. I got in the mix in a couple of the events. So I played the 1K Super High Roller, the 660 Six Max. And I was fortunate enough to have a bit of a run in the 450 High Roller at the end of the week as well, cash for about $1,800. So recouped some of the pain from the deep stacks. But no, great experience, great couple of weeks. It was a blast to be there. Can't wait to do it again.
And it is very much a full house in today's PMA podcast because we are joined not only by WPT League Illawarra's Tyson Orth, we've also got Nova Castrian's Jess Burns and WPT League Newcastle head honcho, Brendan Axtell. Guys, welcome to the show.
Hey guys, how are we?
Tyson, we're going to start with you. Of course, it's been massive news, not just within poker circles, but also throughout the Illawarra region. The first ever WPT League Illawarra series. It's shaping up to be a massive 11 days of action.
Yeah, it's getting very close, getting very exciting. Kicking off at the West Illawarra venue. The venue's been with us from day dot down here. Very, very supportive. Great venue as well. We're just going to be kicking off. I think it's 11 days. I think it is of poker, 10 events, and 112k series. So getting a bit nervous, but a bit exciting.
The guarantees you've got, Tyson, it's pretty juicy looking. So tell us a bit about maybe some of the expectations. You've got a lot of local players that play in the WPT League through Illawarra. What are you expecting for the turnout? How do you think it's gonna all go?
Yeah, big exciting one's going to be the accumulator to start with. With a 10k guarantee with a $60 buy-in. You can enter as many flights as you like, and at the end of each flight, your chips will be accumulated, and you can go through to day two with hopefully a monster stack. So I'm expecting that to be a very, very successful event. Following that, we've got the 550 High Roller, the 20k guarantee. Dealers provided. We've just loaded up with all brand new tables. So we're pretty excited about that. We've got the 175 main event with a 40k guarantee. That's expected to go very, very well. We've got 4 flights with that running onto a day 2. So those 3 events were probably the most exciting ones to come.
Is this something that Illawarra has seen before, Tyson?
No, never have they really had a series here. First for the Illawarra and South Coast, really. The biggest is really mainly when APL used to have their Pro and State series there. But other than that, they've never had anything like this, let alone an RFID table coming. So a lot of hype around the local scene.
And speaking of hype, I understand that there's been a massive mainstream media blitz throughout the Illawarra region. It seems to be one of the biggest things to ever come out of the region.
Yeah. Well, it's good for the region as well. Good tourist attraction, something that's never had here. It's going to be drawing a lot of people from out of the area as well as out of their actual house locally. But yeah, we've got radio coverage. We've got the local paper joining us. They're one of the players is actually a reporter, which is funnily enough. So he's going to be joining and doing a first hands-on report on the event as well, which is really good. So yeah, we're really, really excited to see how it all goes.
Now, Tyson, let's actually talk about the schedule itself. Now, as opposed to other series that we're used to, where you see events that are all crammed into the space of 4, 5, 6, 7 days, what we're seeing here with the Illawarra series is that you've only got at least 1 or 2 events just being run across the 11 days. So not only is that a welcome relief for players and staff alike, but it also gives plenty of people opportunity to really get to explore the Illawarra and Wollongong region. What are some of the things that we can look forward to heading down south there?
Yeah, so with a series, like when we first discussed this, that was one thing I always found with my series is, yeah, a lot of series are crammed into, say, a 4 or 5 day period with a lot of events. We wanted to just stretch it out being the first one. So by doing that, like you said, it gives everyone a bit of an opportunity to at least check out the venue, check out the events, check out everything. And yes, check out the tourism around as well. Wollongong's a really lovely place. It's got a lot of nice sites. If you want to go north, you've got the nice Symbio wildlife. You go south, likewise. We've got lovely beaches. The whole south coast is just amazing. So it does give everyone an opportunity to check out the local scene. It does, some people like it, some people don't. Like obviously some people can't come travel for 10 days at a time, but also they may not want to play all the events. So a few pros and cons with that. But I think it'll be pretty good. It gives everyone, like I said, the chance to check everything out. So yeah.
And I'm just on that, Tyson, because I just want to point out, like you say, yeah, there is pros and cons, but I really want to point out some of the pros in setting it out this way, because I've played some series where it's just nonstop. I spend 16 hours a day at the venues, especially series where I'm trying to maybe go for a player of the series run or something along those lines. And it's just exhausting. You play 5 days of poker, you get to the end and you almost just need to sleep for the next 3 days to recover. You don't want to see another poker card or poker chip for days. It'll be a really nice change, and it'll be a nice, more relaxing setting, having it stretched out over that sort of period. And the other thing that it will do is, even though it might not seem like it, is it's actually going to increase the standard of play. People are going to be playing their A games when they get to have a nice sleep, have some lunch, rock up to the venue in time for the tournament and play it to completion, or play till the end of the flight, depending on the tournament. And when everyone's able to go, focus, lock in, get in the zone and play their A game, you start generating some really good poker.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, I kind of did the series how I'd like it. So like myself, I found it, exactly that. When you're in a series and you're running between games and you maybe you want a multi-table, or you're just so full on for the whole 4 days. At least this way you can go and play your game, you can reset yourself, you can come back and just completely play your A game the whole time, as well as you actually get a shot at every event. So you can really go for that player of the series as well. We've guaranteed a $5,000 cash prize for first place for the player of the series. So it really gives everyone an opportunity to just go really hard at that. So, yeah.
Straight after that, well, in fact, 3 days after we finish up in Illawarra, we then head back up north to Newcastle, where we will be joined by Jess Burns, Brendan Axtell, Tom and Tim McDonald, and the team there at WPT League QPC Newcastle. Jess, you must be excited for that weekend.
I'm so excited. I can't wait. The guys at Newcastle are definitely putting on a great show, and we got some great feedback after the last QPC in March. So it's a very exciting time.
Now, Jess, of course, the Poker World first met you up at the QPC up in the Gold Coast. You stole a lot of hearts, a lot of minds, and more importantly, a lot of people's chips, making the final table of the mini main. How was that QPC experience for you?
I really loved the Gold Coast QPC. I was just saying to Corey briefly before, I've just been keeping my eye out to find out when the next one is because, I've got a special place in my heart for the Gold Coast. I definitely would love to head back there, but the players up there are definitely of a high caliber. I had a wonderful time. Everyone was super lovely. The staff for the WPT up there were just phenomenal and very welcoming. So, we had a group of us that went up to the Gold Coast and we just had a blast. It was lovely.
And of course, it wasn't just your good self that experienced success there at the Gold Coast QPC. We also need to make a special mention to one Tash Winter, who ran very deep in the main event.
Absolutely. So the girls definitely showed the boys how it was done while we went up there and representing the Novocastrians for that QPC. And Tash did an amazing job, and she was definitely short stacked and grinded a little hard out for a while there, but she plays like an absolute champion. So I might be a bit biased with her being my best friend, but very proud of how she ran in that main event. She showed us all how it was done for sure.
Now, Brendan, after the WPT League Illawarra Series, we of course turn our attention up north there on Central Coast. You had your first QPC already, and we've got your second series coming up from July 8 to 11. What's in store for us?
We have 10 events over the 4 days, so it's the first time we've gone to a 4-day event, and we've cracked the 100K series. So this is our fourth QPC we've had, and we're already at 100,000 plus. So we're very excited with that.
What are some of the key events that we can look out for?
Key events. So we have 3 ring events, which will be our super high roller, our high roller, and also our main event. So each of those has the nice diamond WPT ring. Overall, we have the deep stack event, the Terminator event. We have a ladies event this time. We've never had a ladies event before, so specific for the ladies. Teams, super stack, Terminator, all the normal ones, much like Mitch's QPC, those kind of things.
And the first QPC from earlier on in the year, I heard it was a great success, and it was very well received by the Newcastle community. Yep. How do you reckon numbers will be like this time around?
I mean, this time we're lucky enough to give out more tickets than last time. So last time we had the 60,000 guaranteed series, which bumped up to 105. So now we have a $100,000 series. Let's see where we can end up from there.
Newcastle, as we know, is one of the up-and-coming destinations in the country. Apart from the poker, what can we look forward to when we come up to visit?
This time we're really trying to push the overall experience. So my biggest thing is the player experience. So we want people to walk in that auditorium and just be blown away. So just overall have fun and play some good poker.
Now, of course, plenty of action to be had on the tables, Brendan, but as we know, poker is such a great vehicle for tourism. What are some of the iconic destinations that we should visit whilst we're up there in Newcastle on the Central Coast?
Yeah, awesome. Well, Newcastle definitely has lots of pubs and clubs. There's a beautiful foreshore walk along the beach and everything there in Newcastle. When you come to the Central Coast, you've got a lot of beaches. So very, very popular for beaches on the Central Coast.
And of course, there's a burgeoning talent pool of players in the Newcastle region. Tell us, who are some of the key players, both on and off the field, that we should be looking out for?
I know that Joe Antar and Rourke Jackson, they've had a pretty good year this year with WPT, APT, all those kind of things. Great Graham Gillespie, well-known Central Coast player. Everybody knows him. He turned a $40 series pass satellite into $14,000. He won the player of the series. And 3 QPC rings in the space of 6 months, if you don't mind. Correct. Yes. So he's definitely running hot. Jeff Maguire, he's a Newcastle Central Coast player. He came second for player of the series for our last series. He's running hot too. And then, of course, the girls, Jess, Tash, and Nicola. Always look out for them. They're a bit of a traveller everywhere as well. They always go good. So, and overall, I guess the team. So we've got Tim, Tom, Tish, she's reception, my girlfriend, as everyone knows. And we've also got Jordan, Ryan, Gilly, all the team members as well.
Now, just before we wrap things up, Jess, I just also wanted to touch on your social media business. You've been involved in managing a lot of social media accounts for many different businesses, but I understand you've just dipped your toe into the waters of the poker world. Is that right?
Absolutely. It's a very exciting time. I don't want to reveal how long I've been around the poker scene for, because a lady never reveals her age. However, poker is definitely something that I'm very passionate about, and especially being a female in such a male-dominated industry, to be able to give a different perspective and add a bit of a creative flair to the media side of things as well. It's a very exciting time. Very excited to jump on board.
Now, without revealing how long you've been involved in the industry, Jess, I can say this, of course, certainly is not your first foray into poker. Of course, you and I have worked together on a very special project in the past.
Absolutely. It's been an absolute pleasure and honour to work with you, Lando. I'm trying to think about how long ago it was that we worked together. I'm going to say close to about 8 years, maybe even 10, with Deaf Poker Australia, which was a very, very interesting exposure into the poker world, and definitely a different community on their own. But man, you will never meet a more passionate group of people about poker and the game itself than the deaf poker community.
And speaking of which, Poker Media Australia is pleased to reveal that we are just days away from announcing the schedule and dates for the Deaf Poker Australia Championships 2021. It's going to be a massive 4 days of action. So keep an eye out for that at pokermedia.com.au and also Deaf Poker Australia, deafpoker.com.au. But of course, it is time to wrap things up. From all of us here at PMA, we'd like to thank Tyson for coming on board and wishing you all the very best with your series. And also, we should make mention, very best of luck with your pending betrothal. Is that right?
Yes. We're about, what are we, about 2.5 hours out. So nerves are kicking.
We certainly look forward to hearing the good news. And of course, Jess, thank you so much for joining us today. Really appreciate your time.
My pleasure. Looking forward to catching up with you in Newcastle.
And again, very special thanks to our special guest host, Corey Van Yarsveld. Of course, you'll hear his dulcet tones in the commentary booth, wherever LCA Poker may be. Corey, an absolute pleasure having you on today's broadcast.
It's been a blast, Lando. Thank you. And looking forward to catching up again. It'd be good to see you again, Jess. And good luck, Tyson. I'll have my fingers crossed and I'll call for some sevens for you tonight.
Yeah, cheers.
From all of us here at Poker Media Australia, this is Landon Blackwell signing off. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.